Hello students, welcome to BTech 360. Every year we do this exercise and it's one of the most difficult exercises that we do. Because every time when the results come in, especially the JEE and NEET results that come in, a lot of coaching institutions come out and start claiming how many of the toppers belong to their institution. There are wars on the social media, there are full page ads that come in, and the students are left to understand or decipher for themselves what is true and what is not true. We try to do that exercise ourselves, and what we do is we start tracking the student journey and try to understand exactly whether the student has been a classroom student in any of these institutions. Not just that, we also write to every coaching institution around in the country to tell us what is their claim. And most of the times we also seek further clarifications also because there are multiple claimants for a single student. In that process also, for the current JEE Main results, we again sort out responses from all the coaching institutions, while my research team also started working on it themselves. And what we have at this point in time again is not completely confirmed because 5 of the students we students could not find. But we did find that 95 of the top 100 students that have topped the JEE Mains examination, 95 of them. And based on that 95, and which also means that the 5 could be anywhere between these institutions or might be outside these institutions. And I'm also hoping, by the way, as a selfish person, that I do hope that these 5 students actually are self-study students and did not actually go through any of these coaching institutions. We'll show you through 2 data points at this point in time. One is we did track the top 26 people, the 100 percentilers of this country. These are students who got 100 percentile across, and there are 26 of them for the current JEE Main session that we have. And we also have tracked the top 100 students, or rather we try to track down the top 100, of which we could only track 95 of them. Of which, of course, these 26 are also a part of the 95 that we're talking about. Based on this data, there are, again, as I said, there are multiple claimants about the whole thing. What we could find at this point in time is that Alan has 41 of them in the top 100. So they're outright the winner by a long distance. And by the way, Aaron also does a lot of its work through, they actually get their numbers audited through EY also. Now, I don't know whether this 41 is audited by them, but I do know that when they publish something on newspaper, it is an audited number by EY. So there is a greater authenticity to the kind of claims that Alan makes. So we do attach a bit of more credibility to the kind of claims that Alan makes. Then you come down to Narayana, which has 19 of them. The problem with Narayana and Chaitanya is that they confuse between online. They don't talk of whether it's a distance learning or a classroom coaching, and that makes it a lot more difficult for people like us to even track the entire journey. But what we do is, for every claim that they made, we track down in terms of whether it's classroom and online, and we deciphered that, and whatever we could, based on our understanding, it's about 19 students is from Narayana in the top 100, I'm saying. In Sri Chaitanya, there are 18 of them. That's what we could track down. In Aakash, there are 8 of them. So what we did, of course, is, as I said, we did take the claims from Aakash. Aakash claims 9 of them, but we could track 8 of them. As much as, for example, Alan claims 42 of them, but we could track 41 of them to Alan. And Vidya Mandir, a lot of people say 2 students are in the top 100, but we could find 3 of them in the top 100. So to that extent, Vidya Mandir is 3 students in the top 100, followed by Adiman and Durgapur, which is 1 student, Bakliwal Tutorials 1 student, Bhashyam Educational Institutions 1, Modulus in Hyderabad is 1 student, Oj Institute Bhavnagar is 1 student, and Velamal Chennai is 1 student. And as I said, 5 students we could not still track. So the numbers that I talked of add up to 95. And 5 of the students, so when Alan claims 42, maybe one of these 5 is actually theirs. We don't know that. We could not track down. And as much as, Aakash claims 9, but we could track 8 of them, which means that one of them could be there, and so on and so forth. But we could track 95 of them. I'll also talk to you right now about the 26 people who got the 100 percentile. And here we're absolutely clear. In fact, there are 2 students where there is multiple claimants. We'll also talk of that, and we'll also talk of how we attribute it to one particular institution as compared to anyone else. The important thing that we tell students is, since we started covering this report card of the coaching institutions over the last 2 years, we realized that the conflict of a same student being claimed by multiple people has come down a bit. It's not come down completely. Still, some of the institutions, confuse between distance learning versus online learning versus some material being bought to some free content being given to a classroom coaching student. The simple thing is this. What we do is we try to track the student journey in terms of where did the student actually study if it's a classroom coaching student. And that is what is the goalpost as far as we are concerned. If the goalpost, if the student is buying some content from somewhere or using some free content from somewhere, it doesn't mean that the coaching institution can claim that the student only studied because of them and succeeded only because of them. The student would have gone and picked up some free content. The student would have gone and picked up some mock tests. The student would have gone and taken some tests in a certain coaching institution. It doesn't mean anything unless you actually teach the student and ensure that at every point in time you're engaged with the student, because of which the student succeeds. And that is very, very important for us. And by the way, when we talk of all these things, a lot of, as I said, quite a few coaching institutions, they don't distinguish as far as the student is concerned in terms of how the student was involved with them, how the student engaged with them. And when I see that, I step back, because I only look at the engagement of the student over the years, and especially in the last year, very, very importantly. And I don't look at whether the student bought multiple things, because if that is the case, YouTube can say that all the top 100 students actually benefited because of them. We as Career 360 can actually say every student who's into IIT is because of us, because they would have used a college predictor, because invariably most of the students invariably use a college predictor. But we did not counsel them. They came, they bought a product worth about 800 rupees, and then they understood how to go about counseling and filling up the JOSA form. So we can't claim that. And similarly, when we talk of the coaching institutions also, we should be extremely clear that has the student engaged with the coaching institution? Has the coaching institution really worked hard for the success of the student? Just because the student registered somewhere, just because the student picked up some of your free content or bought a few mock tests and all, it doesn't make you involved in or claim the success of the student. That is because the student themselves was very, very interested. The student themselves really worked hard. So just be very, very clear about the whole thing. And that is where we say this. And one request I have before I move further, please subscribe to BTech 360. We are working hard to ensure that you take the best decision, the most important decision for yourself. And from that perspective, we need your support. So please do subscribe to BTech 360. Now coming to the top 100 percentilers across the board. So I told you earlier about the 95 of the top 100, and I gave you the data of how they're panning out. But if you to now look at just the 100 percentilers and how the institutions performed. And by the way, when we talked of it, as I told you, we did speak to every coaching institution. We wrote to every coaching institution. Many responded, some did not respond. But when we look at this whole thing, there is a great amount of clarity that Alan takes the cake dramatically. And let us talk about this 100 percentilers at this point in time, and I'll also give you a summary of that as we move along. The first one, of course, is Aditya Gupta. He's from Delhi. He's from Vidya Mandir classes, no dispute at all. 2 years classroom course is what he's done. And he's a 300 on 300. By the way, there are 4 people who got AIR1. So if anyone tells you that, we produce AIR1, remember, there are 4 people who got AIR1 and Aditya is one of them. And he studied Vidya Mandir classes. The second one is again, is an Alan student. Now, I keep telling you that Alan does it through an EY audit. So these people do an EY audit of that when they claim it. So it has a greater credibility. Kabir Schiller is the person. He's studied in Rajasthan. Now the thing is, even Vidya Mandir claims a student, but Vidya Mandir also is very clear that they studied in class 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th. And Alan claims that they studied in class 12th. So very clearly the student has moved to Alan in the final year of its preparation, and then from there on he just worked on the whole thing, and he's from Rajasthan, mind you. So from that perspective, again, we're giving this to Alan, and it's EY audited also. The third AR1 is from Sri Chaitanya, right? Here, the student's name is Pasala Mohit. He's again 300 on 300, perfect score. He's from Andhra Pradesh. He's a Sri Chaitanya student. The fourth student is, Bejjam Venkatesandra Shekhar Reddy. He's from Andhra Pradesh again. He's from Sri Chaitanya. He's a 2-year classroom course student. So you actually, if you look at the AIR, All India Rank 1, there are 2 Sri Chaitanya students, 1 BMC student, and 1, Alan student. Now moving to the, next one, which is AIR 5. AIR 5 is a student from Alan. His name is Arnav Gautam. He's a classroom course student. Again, I keep repeating, EY vetted. So there is a greater credibility of it. He's from Rajasthan. And he also got 300 on 300 at one point. Right. And then Shubham Kumar of Bihar. Right. He's again a classroom student from Alan. Right. And he's AR 6, Shubham Kumar. He's from Bihar. Then you have AR 7, which is Manta Shivkamesh. He's from Telangana. He's a classroom student of Modulus Hyderabad. Modulus. And he's AR 7, Modulus Academy from Hyderabad. So it's a independent institution which is based only in Hyderabad. Then you have AR8, which is Arush Singhal from Chandigarh. He's a Sri Chaitanya Academy student. 6 years classroom course is what he studied at Sri Chaitanya Academy. So he's AR8, right? And he's got 100 percentile. We're talking of 26 students who got 100 percentile, remember that, right? Then you have AR8 again, Rishi Premnath. He's from Telangana. He's a classroom student of Allen classroom student, and AR8. Again, no dispute at all. Then you have AR10, which is Tamina Girish. He's from Tamil Nadu. He's a Narayana student, classroom course, and he's 100% error and Tamil Nadu state topper also. Now, AR11 is Yashvardhan Rajasthan. He's from Rajasthan, Yashvardhan. Now, Aakash claims it, Alan claims it, and Sri Chaitanya claims it. But Alan claims it as an online classroom student. Aakash has talked of the classroom program very clearly, right? And Sri Chaitanya doesn't report, as I told you every time. Sri Chaitanya doesn't report exactly what the student is all about. So we, in our opinion, it's Aakash student because we tracked the student journey and we found it to be Aakash student. So it is going to Aakash in that sense. And Alan very clearly for that student is talking about an online program. The next one is Tunga Durga Suprabhat. He's from Andhra Pradesh. Bhashyam Education is what claims it, 100% student, and AR11 is what the rank is. The next student is AR13, because there are two AR11, mind you, which is Bhavesh Patra from Orissa. He's an Allen classroom student, Allen, and he's AR13. Then you have AR14, Sai Ritvik Reddy. He's from Telangana. He's Narayana student, classroom course, no dispute at all. And he's a state topper of Telangana also, and 100% error. Then you have AR15, Junal Roshan Manideep Reddy. He's from Andhra Pradesh. He's from Sri Chaitanya. He's a techno school student. So Sri Chaitanya has techno schools and they teach the state subject also, while they are also working on the JEE thing also, which is where quite a few of the Sri Chaitanya students actually come in, because in the school they're taught not just the state syllabus, but they're also taught how to crack the JEE examination. So they add a lot of stuff in that. So which is where Sri Chaitanya succeeds in quite a few things. And this student is AR15 rank. His name is Manideep Reddy. He's from the techno school. Then you have AR16, which is Purohit Nimai from Gujarat. He's an Allen student, classroom student, and AR16. He's also overall 100% a Gujarat topper. Then you have AR17, which is Anay Jain. He's from Haryana, and he's an Allen student. He's a classroom course student completely. So what we are talking about, I repeat again and again, is that we are talking of classroom student. A lot of people confuse, the mixed, the issue here is a lot of students will also take some material from somewhere, and that cannot be attributed to the coaching institution actually getting that, because the student does buy a lot of material from different places. And just because you pass on the name and the number, you cannot own the student unless you coach them for success over a period of time, which is where we are talking about this. Then you have AR18, 17 again, there are two 17s by the way. Madhav Viradya, he's from Maharashtra. He's a Narayana student, classroom student, and no dispute at all. And he's also a Maharashtra state topper by the way. And AR17. Then you have AR19, there are two 17s, remember that. Vivan Sharad Maheshwari from Telangana. He's a Narayana student, classroom student. Then you have AR20, which is Chiranjeev Kar. He's an Allen classroom student, and AR20 is what it is. So Chiranjeev Jain, classroom student from Rajasthan. AR21, Narendra Babu Garimahit, and he's from Andhra Pradesh. He's a Narayana student, classroom course, 21st AR Then you have AR22, Arnav Gandhi. He's from Sri Chaitanya, 2-year classroom course, 22nd AR, and Sri Chaitanya, very clearly, no dispute at all, no conflict. And he's from Hisar Ki Shan is what they say, because he's from Haryana. So obviously there is a decent, and he's a 100 percentile. What we're talking about is the top 26 people who got the 100 percentile, which is where we are all talking about it. AR23, there are 3 claimants. For Shreyas Mishra, he's from Delhi NCR. Now VMC does a 2-year classroom course. Narayana and Chaitanya haven't said whether it's classroom or distance learning. What we found from our tracking of the student is that the student did study at VMC Vidya Mandir classes. And that is where in many of the reels and all that you see, only 2 are being attributed to VMC. I think there are 3 students in the top 100 as far as VMC is concerned. AIR 24, Durunala Bhavtesh Reddy, he's from Telangana. He's a classroom student. He's from Narayana, and no dispute at all, everything, no conflict, and there is only one claimant for that. AIR 25, Atharva Punjabi. He's from Delhi NCR, Allen classroom course, and no dispute at all. AIR 25, very clearly for Allen. AIR 25, again, there are 2 25s here. Here there are multiple claimants. One from Bakliwal tutorial, since 8th standard he studied there, and Narayana also claims, but they don't tell you whether it's classroom or online or distance learning. But when we track the student journey, he is very clearly from Bakliwal tutorials, so we attribute it to Bakliwal tutorials. So based on what we found, in the top 26 that we're talking about, we actually had 9 from Allen, 6 from Narayana, 5 from Chaitanya. Vidya Mandir is 2. In the top, we're talking now only the 100 percentilers, mind you. We're not talking the top 100. We'll come to that also as we move along. Aakash is 1, Bakliwal is 1, Bhashyam is 1, and Modulus Hyderabad is 1. And as I speak now, when I look at the data that we have at this point in time, I repeat this whole thing. Allen, in our opinion, has about 41 toppers in the top 100 and about 9 of them in the 100 percentilers that we talk. Narayana has 19 of them. And I think there we actually have 6 of which are in the 100 percentilers. Sri Chaitanya has 18 of them in the top 100. And I think 5 of them are also in the 100 percentilers. Aakash has 8 of them, right? And we could not trace 5 of the students, as I said, and these 5 could have belonged to any of these people also or someone else also, we don't know that. And Vidya Mandir has 3 of them in the top 100. Adyan Durgapur has 1, Bakliwal has 1, Bhashyam Education has 1, Modulus Hyderabad has 1. By the way, Modulus Hyderabad also is the 100 percentile, mind you. Oj Institute Bhavnagar has 1 and Velamal Chennai has 1. And what you saw on the other thing is the 100 percentile. What I'm talking of is the top 100 rankers. Of the top 100, we could identify 94 of them and attributed that to each of these institutions. So to conclude, what is it that we want to tell you? The thing is, you must understand who actually really participated and engaged with the student in this and can actually genuinely claim the success of the student because of their effort also. You cannot let anyone come and start making ads, social media reels. A lot of institutions I know actually play upon the social media. A lot of people I know actually keep creating reels which are anecdotal in nature, but they don't tell you, what they don't tell you is how many students actually were coached by me and how many students actually succeeded. The real strength or the real success is when you let many students actually claim success because of your thing. Like for example, I know for a fact that Motion does a very good job at Kota, but we don't have the top 100. In top 100, they don't have anything, but they might actually be succeeding in getting a lot of students, qualify for JEE Advanced. Same thing with Aakash. Aakash, I know they sent me some data which said about 171 of the 2000 students in the country are the top 2000 rankers, 171 belong to them. Same thing with Allen. Allen also has a very good success ratio if you take the top 1000, top 2000 also. But these people can come out and actually claim the numbers because they can actually put those data forward, put that names forward and deal with that. But then you also have some channels keep talking of success rates by all these social media reels that you do. Don't go by social media reels. Don't go by the full page ads in the newspapers. Understand the data out there. Understand the success, how many students actually succeeded not at an anecdotal level, but at a data level. Your decision must be based on data and not based on how good or how emotional a social media reel is. Because there are a lot of social media reels which mislead you, which misguide you. For us, the objective here is simple, that we want to present data so that you can take a decision of which coaching institution that you must join in. And that is where we presented this data. As I told you, we only had 95 of the 100 we could trace back. There are 5 which are still fill in the blank. Hopefully, we'll be able to track those people all down also, and then at some point in time come and present the data to you. But at this point in time, I hope whatever we did actually helps you in deciding whether you should go to a coaching institution and which coaching institution you must go to. Thank you so much. Namaste.